Hello and welcome to another trailer reaction here on Push Your Glasses Up. I'm Mikey, and today we have Robert Zemeckis' Pinocchio movie, which is one of many Pinocchio movies that are in the works right now. I'm interested in this. I'm more excited for Guillermo del Toro's version for Netflix, which is a stop-motion animation movie that seems very up my alley. But, you know, we got Tom Hanks as Geppetto. He's going full character, so we'll see how that accent goes as we get into it. And this also feels like it could be a little more Uncanny Valley Nightmare than the Guillermo del Toro movie does. So let's see how that goes. But real quick, hey, enjoy the videos, like them, subscribe to the channel. Helps out a great deal around here, gets these things in front of a few more eyes. So let's get into the trailer now. This is a much taller aspect ratio than I was expecting, and I appreciate that Zemeckis is probably thinking about the fact that, like, the whale ocean stuff is probably going to need a little more screen real estate. All of those movies they just listed on there, they are what they are. The remakes are what they are. I love a Grandpa Tom Hanks. Voice? What's the voice?
Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight.
Okay.
I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight.
Good choice to not have him do a cartoony Italian accent. That's the right call. Jiminy looks alright. A little bit creepy there, though. I think we're gonna have some Uncanny Valley creepiness going on. Okay, so I mean, it is a stacked cast. That is very good.
Terrence, streaming on Disney+.
Okay, parents. You heard him. I think this looks fine. Going into these live-action remakes now, I think we have an expectation of, if they are one-to-oneing these, just keep it medium. The expectation is medium. Hey, if it's the same movie just in live action and CG, then hey, that's totally whatever and fine. Nothing spectacular about it, but nothing necessarily offensive as far as a movie goes for it. I was saying I think there could be some little bit of Uncanny Valley stuff going on with, like, Jiminy, especially. We saw that first thing, but then on top of that, the puppetry I think is probably going to come across as a little bit creepy. I think they have an uphill battle with both of those things, of the expectations of these movies remaking the originals, and then on top of that, just the look of things. I do think that some things are looking a little better than others. Jiminy sometimes looks good, sometimes doesn't. Honest John looks very good there. I think that's a very nice photoreal version of a walking, talking fox. So yeah, it's an interesting thing where I think the expectations originally were very high for these. And Cinderella was all right, and Beauty and the Beast was okay. It was not very good. It was just like whatever. But there's the problem they have of, if it's not going to be better than the original, what's the point? And so I think doing one-to-one is where they have that harder trajectory, right? When they go off and do things a little bit differently with, like, say, a Cruella, I think it's a little more interesting, in the very least. Even if you don't love that movie, I think it's more interesting than just a one-to-one remake. Because, like, going back and remaking things one-to-one, even the 1990s version of Psycho had that issue, right? It's just, why do it if it's just something that already exists the same way? So I'm interested to see. I mean, I'm always happy with like a gentle Grandpa Tom Hanks. That's fine. Jiminy looks fine there, but there's a shot coming up. That shot. So this one, he looks pretty good here. You can see he has like a defined iris and pupil versus a white of his eye. I think that helps a great deal for the characterization of a character like this, because if he's just like a real bug, that wouldn't fly. I don't think, pun notwithstanding. But I think then you get the Lion King problem of like, then he's just real cricket. And I don't know if anybody actually wants that. They want to see like a caricature of a character, right? So there's that shot, which is good, but then there is this shot here, which is a little less good. It's hard to define, like you can see the whites of his eyes, but it's hard to define versus if it's an eyelid on the bottom of his eye. So I think that's where they're going to have a little bit of trouble with Jiminy here. I think the character model itself does look a little good. I think it's just going to bringing him into reality is going to be a little bit difficult. It's going to be what it's going to be. I don't have super high expectations for it. I am interested to see visually how they portray certain things in live action. Like I said, the taller aspect ratio makes me think that Zemeckis at least has the foresight to say like, hey, we're gonna see some pretty gnarly stuff with the ocean scenes, so let's make it as big as possible. But yeah, it is a Disney Plus movie, so that is its own thing of like, hey, keep your expectations in check. It is one of the not premiere act, that's just a standard regular old Disney Plus release. So I think it's gonna have to find that balance. I think Lady and the Tramp was fine as far as like the Disney Plus live action remake stuff goes. So if it can at least match that, I'm okay with it. It's neither offensive nor spectacular. It's just somewhere in the middle. And so we'll see from there. But that'll do it for this trailer reaction. Hey, if you enjoy these videos, like them, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Gets it in front of more eyes. Until next time.